Do you ever feel like finding time to write is like looking for a needle in a haystack? As a fellow author mom, I totally understand. And I know firsthand how precious your time is. And I'm here to help you figure out how to make it work. In this video, I'm going to give you some practical and actionable steps on how you can protect your writing time. Before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it so you know the next time I post a video all about being an author mom and trying to figure out how to balance it all. So over the last decade, I have been publishing, and most of that time I have also been a mother. So I understand how challenging it can be to navigate this creative pursuit along with the love that you have for your family. But I have found ways to manage my publishing schedule along with the beautiful chaos that is parenting. And I'm going to share my strategies with you today. First of all, you should understand why this is so challenging. There is the ever-present needs of our children, and most of the time we try to prioritize that over our own needs and wants. Now, the demands of life outside of our writing can really be a detriment to our writing time. And then of course there's household chores that never seem to end, and they never will end, which is unfortunate. I understand that it is a strong dual responsibility being a parent and also a creative, and we don't want to give up either, and I don't want you to. So what's the solution? Protecting our writing time. By this I mean dedicating uninterrupted chunks of time in your life toward your author career. Now, thinking about uninterrupted time may seem like a dream come true, but it can be your reality. And it's also essential to your creative self. Protected writing time is not about churning out more words or fulfilling publisher demands. It's about fostering your creativity, your voice, and ideas. It's about showing up for yourself as a writer and giving your readers the stories that they love. This not only naturally boosts your productivity, but also has a wonderful side effect of uplifting your mental well-being. Because let's face it, writing is not what we do. It's a part of who we are. Let me know what the biggest challenge that you are currently facing being an author and a parent. I'd love to know. Now, one of the biggest steps is getting support. I found it's crucial to have a very strong support network, whether it's my husband, family members, friends, or neighbors. Now, to effectively secure support in your life, you want to do a couple of things. The first is identify your needs. So you need to understand within yourself what sort of support you need, whether it's outsourcing such as babysitting or cooking or cleaning, or emotional support from your family and friends. Now, once you've identified those needs, you want to communicate them effectively to those in your life. Be open and be honest with what you need so that they understand completely. And it's also important to delegate. If you are so overwhelmed with household chores or things in your work life, if you work full-time or even part-time, asking others to take on some of these responsibilities can be a weight lifted off you and also builds that support network. And also too, as much as you're asking, be sure to foster reciprocity and offer to help when you have the time for other people. It's so important to have a community of those you trust and are willing to lean on in times of need. All right, the next strategy is energy management. We often forget that we need things in our lives as moms, especially if we're authors who have really focused writing environments. There were years that I forgot to drink water half the time, and our physical and mental well-being really affects our writing. If you're tired, dehydrated, you really can't produce the best that you can. So energy management can be achieved through routines, and specifically these are routines that foster healthy physical and mental well-being, such as exercise, sleep, hydration, eating healthy foods, and this is the type of routine that is non-negotiable. One of the practical tips I recommend is doing an energy journal. So basically what you can do is maybe for a week, every hour on the hour, note how you're feeling in that time. And this could be as simple as writing in your journal and saying, 8 a.m. I feel this in my energy. And you can use a scale. So 1 to 10, 1 being lowest, 10 being the highest. Where does my energy sit? And throughout that process, you can do an energy audit at the end of that week and really look at the places where your energy is waning. You could also make note about the foods that you're eating. So if you notice after a carb-heavy lunch, you feel super sluggish at the end of the day, those are important things that you can adjust to manage your energy. Now, along with how we feel inside about ourselves, there are a lot of opinions out there about how you should write and how you should publish. And I want to cover some misconceptions that may be holding you back, not giving you your protected writing time as you need. One common misconception is that there's a perfect writing time for an author. And that's simply not true. All of us have different energy levels at different points of the day and times that our creativity is at an all-time high. Now, your perfect writing routine could be midnight, whereas my perfect writing routine is at 5 in the morning. Neither of those seem ideal to a lot of people, but it works for me. Another thing that we often feel as author moms or author parents who are the primary caregiver is the guilt of writing versus spending time with your family. Now, I want to assure you that this time is not being stolen away from your family. This writing time, your creativity is not anything to really feel guilty about. Now, just as you would invest in your child's passion if they were really good at sports or ballet or anything like that, you need to invest that back into yourself so that you can be the whole person that I know you are. Also, one of my favorite tricks is having a very flexible schedule. When I am looking at my schedule for different parts of the year, depending on school, I sort of think about sick days, holidays, unexpected days off, and what my schedule would look like in that instance. I used to actually write them out and pull them up if something happened, but I flex that muscle so much that I can really be adaptable to my schedule based on all different types of interruptions to my normal routine. And also too, it's really important to celebrate your progress. There are so many different milestones within the publication process, and sometimes I need to even be reminded of this. So make sure that when you are prioritizing your writing tasks and you're protecting your writing time, when you hit milestones, however you want to outline those, whether it's every scene, every chapter, or going through an edit round, do something nice for yourself. Recently, I finished a big project. I finished the course for author moms called the From Chaos to Control Method, and I recorded over a month all of these videos. I created a workbook and everything like that, and a friend of mine was like, "Did you celebrate?" And I'm like, "No." And I immediately went out and got my favorite Starbucks drink. So it wasn't anything huge, but it really made me feel accomplished. It really made me feel good, and it made me so energized to jump back in and go to my next writing session. So if you are looking to master your publishing and motherhood, I have a fantastic free guide in the description box below for you to download. It's specifically designed to help you identify and create your schedule so that you can find that protected writing time and make sure that it fits into you and your family's life. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, the little notification bell next to it so you know the next time I upload, and I will see you next week.